Hello, hello. How is it going, everyone? Posted this on Twitter. Ooh, what's going on today? I'm looking all right. Trying to fix the lighting in here. I think it's a little bit better. But who knows here? Let's see if I can get this motherfucking thing stable. Ooh, so what's going on? You can see my clock in the background. You can see my shit in the background. It's alright, whatever. Oh, how is it going, everybody out there in the universe? I'll tell you what, Friday was a wild live stream. Pardon me for drinking my water. Actually, I don't care. But, the Friday's live stream was pretty crazy. I'll tell you a little bit about what happened. So on Fridays, I live stream a little bit later than normal. So, for example, I don't think that was correct. Anyway, on Fridays, I start live streaming around, maybe around 10 o'clock p.m., 10:30. And so it's a little bit of a different crowd, you could say. Hey, what's going on, Mike269? Doing a little recap of my Friday live stream, which got a little bit crazy. On my Friday live stream, it was a little bit later on a Friday night, and hey, what's going on, Cody? Friday's live stream was a little nuts. We started writing a story to a web series, a porno web series. And it was a shit show to say the least. I was tired, slightly intoxicated, and the comments were running amok like they have the potential to do today, especially since my friend Cody has joined the chat. Yes, he was a part of that, though he is going to claim innocence. Yeah, so that was crazy. We set up a decent little plot line. Actually, it was super cliche. Pizza man, pizza boy, 20 years old, doing his thing, trying to pay for college, trying to get through the world, all that good stuff. And he just had to go through all these sexcapades in order to pay for his college. So that was Friday. But we leave Friday in the past. We must move forward for now. We must move into the future. So, how was your day, Cody? How was your day, man? Mine was pretty good. Fucking tired. Mondays, honestly, the last couple weeks, Mondays have been tough. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep on Sunday nights because my schedule's so screwed up. And then I stay up all night on Sunday because I'm retarded. Because I'm unable to think far enough into the future. Actually, I am. I just, it's like when you're a kid and you should go to bed and you're just like, nah, fuck it, I'm going to stay up. That's what I do. I do that just like a kid. You've been driving Miss Daisy all day. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what you're referring to. If you're talking about actually driving somebody around, or if you're talking about, or if you're just fucking with me. Man, I'll tell you what, look at that. You see that? Look at that arm flex in the background. God. It's just chiseled. Chiseled like a statue. You know what I'm saying? Chiseled like a statue. Yeah, that's right, baby. That's right. So yeah, man, other than being tired, got my work done. All that whacking. That's right, dude. That's right. Hey, man. And it's with the right hand, too. I mean, this is the left hand, but I mean, it's the correct hand. It's the right hand. We got to talk about that one day on here. These Monday streams are always a little bit slow. Audience is usually not as big. But what am I talking about? My audience is never that big. So, in the title here, Pamela Henderson, right? Oh shit, oh here we go, we got Wigglesworth in this bitch. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a shit show, I'll tell you what. Oh man, here we go. Yeah, so thank you for the love, thank you for the heart, man. Yeah, Cody was just making a joke. Actually, we were just making masturbation jokes because my arms are so chiseled, and he's trying to say that that's from too much time in front of the screen. But I disagree. But it's the correct hand, right? It's my left hand. Even though I'm right-handed, the left hand does all the work. So, that's just what you gotta do. You gotta switch things up, man. You gotta change things up in life. You can't always be so predictable. Though it's funny I say that because I do a live stream at a scheduled time, and my life is pretty fucking predictable. That's right, dude. Stranger danger, high voltage, and I am the stranger danger. No, I'm just joking. I'm not a stranger. So, as I've titled this live stream, robots and AI, are they going to take our jobs? So I'm curious, guys, what is your thoughts on robots, AI, all that shit, man? That fucker Andrew Yang running for president, his whole platform is based off of, what is it? His whole platform is based off of that we're going to have mass unemployment from robots and AI taking over our jobs, and we're all going to die. What's going on? 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you for joining. Only when people ask $15 an hour. Okay, great point. Yeah. So my stance is that I think that I think we can adapt to any technological change like we have since the Industrial Revolution. But what's funny is I've gotten into some Twitter fights with people about this topic, and that is the one thing I keep bringing up. What you just talked about, Cody. I think the only thing that would stop, and of course we can't predict the future, right? But I think the only thing that would stop somebody from, I think the only thing that would stop people in general from adapting to the new technology would be bureaucratic rules, right? So, for example, like a minimum wage of $15 per hour and all this nonsense, just whatever kind of regulations that they can throw down to make it more difficult to get work or to train to get a new job. A good example is licensing, right? Like you got to get licensing, a lot of bullshit licensing in different states. You have to get a license, dude, to cut hair. Fuck. Like you got to get bullshit licenses to do a lot of stuff. So now that's more at the state level. But it is a really big problem, actually. I've been hearing a lot about that, like state licenses for just like occupations that you shouldn't need a license for. You should just need some job training. But like you gotta like do these renewal bullshit, all kinds of stuff, man. So yeah, I see bureaucrats as the biggest obstacle. And Cody, let's see, you brought up something else here. I'll be the guy running or maintaining those machines. Yeah, possibly. That would be a good job for you. And that's the other thing is, one, you got to have people maintaining those machines. You're going to have more IT jobs and all that stuff. The other thing is, dude, like, we're going to see more jobs. You know what I mean? Like, if people are not being used to fuck around on spreadsheets or, I don't know, drive trucks or something, even those truckers, dude, like, you're going to have people in the trucks, at least for a while. Like, I don't see how they're just going to say, okay, this truck is gone. Because then, dude, think about it. If something happens to the truck or something, you're going to need, like, a technician on board. You're going to need somebody on board who's going to need to know what's going on with the vehicle, who can take care of emergencies. It's, this fantasy about, like, huge mass unemployment. I just don't see it, man. I don't see it. And I did a podcast last week on Anchor. Follow me, Taylor Radio. You can follow me on Apple Podcasts, because I do an audio podcast every day, but it's different than this one. So this is kind of like a shit show in here. That's why I'm starting to title it whatever this is, because I don't know what it is from day to day. So in that podcast I did, there's this guy, investor, entrepreneur type, lots of money. So robots and AI, yeah, that's right, bro. Robots and AI, and also my hair. I'm such a dick. I like the way the light reflects off of my eyes. I think it makes me look better. But, what am I talking about? You're just going to increase the mandated intelligence to operate or maintain jobs. So not exactly. Less jobs. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think for one, I think for the existing jobs, like the truckers and stuff, they're going to have to, they're going to have to do more shit. They're going to have to learn more stuff, more maintenance. But also, man, there's probably going to be more jobs, right? Like, when cars were invented and people didn't have to make, breed as many horses or manufacture horseshoes and manufacture as many saddles, it's not like not everyone just became a car mechanic. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a whole new set of industrial production that took place. And so, I mean, I do understand that there's probably going to be some displacement, but the job market just changes like robotics. Yeah, so Steven's saying the job market just changes like robotics. Now you have mechanics, engineers to maintain. Yeah, exactly. Control the systems. So, yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. That's right, man. That's right. But see, what's crazy to me is that even though so to us this seems obvious, right? So, and it seems obvious, I guess, because there's also a historical precedent. So it's easier to kind of imagine that, okay, with the more technology we're going to have, you're going to need more people to maintain, keep the infrastructure going. But then also there's going to be more shit that we don't foresee as well. What's going on, Kiefer? Reefer joining the pod, man. Man, we got a little circle jerk going on here today. Yeah, man, I agree. I think we're going to have more people. Yo, what's up? We're just talking about the AI, masturbation. We'll probably talk about sex robots soon. Actually, I think we probably should. But, yeah, on this topic, absolutely. So that Andrew Yang guy, not first on the bagel, not last night. No, Cody wants to be last on the bagel, if you know what I'm saying. Fuck. That Andrew Yang candidate, so that's the one of the things that pisses me off is he's trying to scare everybody with this whole, we're going to have mass unemployment soon. It's right around the corner. So we got to give everybody money right now. So the government needs to start printing out checks. So, yeah. Anyway, I just, if you look at the history, man, it just doesn't look like it plays out that way. With the advent of computers and cars and all kinds of, everything. Things, we've just adapted pretty well, man. Also, so give money to take away incentive. Yes. I'm with you on that. I think you give people too much money. Intuitively, we know that, right? If someone just gives you a bunch of money, you have less of an incentive to work. Absolutely. And I don't know, man. It just seems like he's... the other thing is he pivots everything to giving away money. So he pivots everything to the UBI, that Universal Basic Income. I really don't listen to him that much, but I've heard him on a couple of interviews, and on the interviews, it was like every chance he got, every problem was solved by handing out people money, So, I'm just tired of it, man. I'm tired of the bullshit, dude. I don't like to talk a lot about politics, but, like I've said in the past, that's just the culture we're in right now. Everybody's talking about it. How commies get elected and poverty skyrockets. Yeah, Cody's making some good points over here. Yeah, once we we put these commie bastards, these socialists in charge, and then they just start sucking the system dry, baby. Start sucking it dry, So, I don't know, man. That's how it goes. You guys have any other input on robots, AI? Have you seen those interesting places in China where they have these like logistical warehouses? Here's the thing, though. It is China, so you don't really know what they're doing. But they have these videos circulating where there's a big warehouse. You've probably seen it. There's a huge warehouse like you would see at like any kind of logistics distribution center. But there's like a huge open space in the middle, and all these small little robots are driving around, and they're dropping stuff into these holes in the ground. And it's supposed to show how these robots are doing the job of the warehouse. Now here's the thing. All you see is the robots dropping shit into holes in the floor. So you don't really know what's underneath the floor. So I speculate that basically you have all of these robots running around, they're dropping shit in the floor, and underneath the floor you have all these Chinese workers that are actually doing all the sorting. So that's kind of what I think is going on that front. You know what else is interesting about technological progress is how much we see and also how much we don't see. You know, for example, por ejemplo. I'm trying to speak Spanish, but it's not working. Maybe I should just give that up. What are you saying? What are you saying, Cody? People? What about people? Oh, yeah. For example, you know, cars are still... Yeah, I mean, they've gotten a lot better, but, like, they haven't changed too much in terms of, like, the way they look and the way they operate. The basic way we use a car, it's similar to how we used a car, like, 60 years ago, right? But, of course, you know, the technology inside the car has changed a lot, so now more computer-driven. But, like, the basic principles of it are the same. Like, we don't have flying cars or nothing. Actually, there's a guy named Eric Weinstein who sometimes I'm not a big fan of, but he's a mathematician. He's a pretty smart dude. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know when we'll see flying cars. You know, that's such a huge... Yeah, I know Uber has their helicopter, but I'm not saying it's not going to work. But it's... let me put it this way. It's far from being widely adopted. There's just so many issues with but the potential to have hover cars. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. FAA issues, airspace. That's going to be the number one. Is you're going to have all these fucking things flying around in the sky. Then you also got to realize, like, if all these things are flying around in the sky, what does that do to pedestrian traffic, right? Because, like, you can't have... Somebody has a breakdown in a hover car, that you're not just stalled on the side of the road, right? If you have a breakdown in a hover car and you're, like, feet up in the air, what happens? You fall onto the people below you? Like, what... Like, there's a whole new set of infrastructure there. That's right. You can't pull over. You're fucked. Now, I would assume if we ever get there, those things will be integrated, right? Like, I'm sure if we ever get there, if we don't blow ourselves up or get hit by a meteor, if we fucking survive that far, then I assume that the cars will have some kind of safety feature in it, right? So, like, if you do stall out, some kind of thing deploys, some parachute deploys. But, like, once again, that's still so much technology involved. So much new infrastructure has to be created. Oh, shit. And then, of course, Steven's over here with a great point. People can't even drive on the ground, much less drive in the sky. Yeah, imagine it makes everybody a pilot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. If we started doing that, everybody's like a fucking pilot. And I don't see that happening. Hey, what's up, Matt? From Polska, from Poland. How are you doing? We're talking about AI, and we were talking about technological advances. Now we're talking about flying cars. How I was just saying that I think some technological progress is further out than we pretend it is. Yeah, yeah, I know just a little bit. I'm more cultured than I look. But no, it's not Matt Hahn. Different Matt. But Matt Hahn should join in the pod. Should join in the broadcast too sometime. Nick, I wonder where Nick is. Anyway, so yeah, guys, have you heard about fucking Tesla trying to build those underground tunnels, right? We all heard about the one in LA. Oh, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for the hearts. Yes, the Boring Co. You know, on on Elon Musk's interview on Joe Rogan, he was talking about how it makes more sense to build a network of tunnels that you could stack on top of each other instead of flying in the sky. He was just saying it'd be easier. You know, it would be, you know, it would be easier in terms of using the same kind of cars, I guess. Yeah, and he was talking about how basically roads, it was a really interesting point, how like roads are two-dimensional features, but the things that all the roads go to are three-dimensional, right? So like, you know, you're driving on a road, it's a flat surface, you've got like 2, 3, 4, 5 lanes, whatever, you got whatever lanes, but then everyone's going to these fucking structures that are, you know, 50 stories high, 100 stories high if you're in the middle of the city, wherever. And so because of that, you have many people stacked up on top of each other, but then you have all of these two-dimensional surfaces that get clogged up with people trying to get there. So it's, I had never really thought about that until, you know, Elon Musk went on Rogan and was talking about that. So, you know, and then of course he was talking about fucking building tunnels. Yeah, it's an interesting idea. But what do you guys think about Elon, man? Like, I really like Elon, but at the same time, he's not out of the woods. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did PayPal, which is fucking awesome. But Tesla Motors, man, like they're cranking out cars, but they're not kicking ass by any means. Like, they're just surviving. You know, and I don't know if you guys heard about his Solar City adventure there where they had all the solar panels. I think they had to shut that down at one point. They bought it. They bought Solar City like last year or something. Yeah, I'm with you, Matt. I agree with you. I think he seems like a cool guy, and I like that he is pushing the envelope with innovation. You know, I like that he's pushing to go to space. I like he's pushing to go to Mars. I love all that stuff. Yeah, SpaceX, exactly. Yes. So I think, you know what? That's one thing we all agree on. That's my biggest thing for giving him leeway. Yeah. It's like, even if his companies are struggling, and here's the other thing. I do wonder sometimes if he is playing the system, because I do know, or I'm pretty sure, he gets a lot of government subsidies for his projects. So the one thing that worries me is if he's kind of playing a game to like do all these projects to basically siphon off taxpayer money to get rich. I don't see him as that kind of guy, and I hope he's not that kind of guy. But, you know, that is something that, because like the Boring Co., like that's paid for, I think, by California or LA. You know, like there's no private investor. I mean, I'm sure there's private investors, but you know, they're getting some money from that, I think, somewhere. And then Tesla, I think, has some subsidies for their manufacturing of their vehicles. I think Solar City had some subsidies. Yeah. See, that's what I'm hoping, Matt. I'm with you. I'm hoping that he doesn't do that. And he doesn't strike me as that kind of a guy. I really do hope, and I do think he's just trying to push the envelope. Yeah. Man, I'll tell you what, though. That footage of the car in space was a little iffy. Did anyone else notice that? There were some weird things about that car going into space. I'm not denying it happened. I'm just saying it was a little weird looking. Yeah, the Roadster. Yeah, that's right. So when they launched so we all know that they launched the rocket into space, but there was this clip that went around the internet for a little while where you see there's a news station, and the news station goes, and now we're going to cut to the Roadster, and when they cut to the Roadster, you see the inside of the Roadster, like the man like this, and it's against a green screen in a room, but then after like a split second, it cuts and the background changes to outer space. So that was a little fucking sketchy, and I don't know how legit that was, but yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not making a claim that it didn't happen, but there was some weird footage that did go around that that did look a little iffy. It's possible the launch was secret, they say. Yeah. Do you mean like maybe they launched it at another time and whatever we saw was something else? Yeah, you should look it up. Actually, you know what? I'm curious too. So, you know what? And I'm going to go ahead and confess this live on the internet to all of you guys and anyone else who potentially watches this. I am not convinced we went to the moon. I'm not, no, like the PayPal was unknown. They thought it was a simulated mass. Oh, yeah. Interesting. No, I don't know. I'm not... Oh, interesting. I see. Okay, so Steven, your point, you're saying that whatever was launched, initially nobody knew what it was until afterwards. And then they were like, okay, so this is the... This is what we launched. And Cody is over here calling me a 9/11 truther. No, I gotcha. Somebody in the game. So, like, first off, I'm not a 9/11 truther. I just think some of the things about the moon landing are weird, right? Like, why did we not have the technology to go back until... We still can't go back. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't go to the moon right now. And so that's weird to me. We can shoot fucking androids to the moon. Like we can shoot androids. We can shoot robots to the moon. Like China apparently shot one of their rovers that's driving around there. But I'm pretty sure we do too. But, the dark side. But, when you think about it, like, getting men on the moon, oh my god. Yeah. Well, the thing is, our technology is so much better now, you know? And the space shuttles and shit. And that's possible. I see what you're saying. So, Steven, is your argument that there was such a mobilization of resources at the time to make that happen, that to do it again is not reasonable? Is that what you're saying? Okay, I see. Yeah, and that may be the case. I'm not sure, but... Yes. All right, so, okay, Matt, are you talking about the footage, the U.S. footage of us going up there? Well, yeah. So, now, we actually don't... so, Cody, the way that those rovers are landing, I don't think that it's like a really soft landing. You know what I'm saying? I think that if there was people on board, I think it would be a little rough. But, hey, that's assuming that they've even been there. No. I could see us sending rovers to the moon and to Mars. I guess... There's just a lot of weird things about the space mission. So, like I said, I'm not saying we didn't go. I'm just not really convinced that we did either. So, yeah. Oh, are you talking about my skepticism reminds you of people that look at UFO footage? Because I could understand that. Listen, man. Rough potentially, but it was so rough. Axles, bearings. Maybe not. I'm not sure how they construct those things. Yeah, so that's what we're told. That we still have those things on the moon. And maybe we do. Yeah. Here's the thing, guys. I hope we've been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope we do. I don't know, man. I'm just skeptical. You know, I'm just skeptical. Pluto's still a planet. Yeah, yeah, I know, right? And I don't know, man. I'm just skeptical because of some of the things that happen. Like, there's a bunch of footage. Yeah, good quality conspiracy theories are solid. Actually, this is one of the few that I think are actually pretty solid because a lot of things are fucking weird. So you guys can look this up on the internet because everything's true on the internet. There was some footage that was faked, 100%. It was photoshopped. It wasn't video that they're admitting to, but it was pictures. There's a picture of one of our astronauts in a pool. And back in the 60s, they changed the background to black it out to look like space. So it looked like that they were, out doing some mission in space, but really they were in a pool. So there are some things like that are proven to be faked. But some things that are weird, look into this. I've looked into this a while back ago, but yeah, no, I'm with you, man. Hey, man, you know how we are in the States, dude. That's why we got all these fucking guns, man. Oh, that's right. So, yeah, see, we're all... let me put it this way. About half of us are very skeptical of certain elements of the government, and then half of us are like lemmings. And we just do whatever we're told. But check this one out. If you guys want to take a note here, there is some footage. There are a bunch of videotapes that NASA apparently just lost. They just lost all the moon footage that we haven't seen. So hey, we have End Soros joined. Is this a fucking coincidence or what? Or is somebody fucking with me here? We're talking about the moon landing possibly being a conspiracy, and End Soros just joined. I know. This is too great. This is too great. Cody, are you logged in another account? End Soros, where are you from, man? Where are you from, broski? This is funny as shit. So, yes, that's right. We have a visitor from the moon. We have a potential Martian as well, somebody from Mars. Yes, so there's some footage that NASA had from the moon landing that apparently they just lost. Okay, somebody else said that earlier. Where is the migration getting their supplies? Yeah, so Cody, you're talking about some real shit, right? You're talking about the people migrating from South America up to the United States. Yeah. Soros. Yeah, I know. It's a lot of Soros money. If the government loses nuclear bombs, I think video footage is losable too. You're right. I think you're right. That's actually an interesting point. I can be easily skeptical about simply lost footage. Yeah. So, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Steven, you might be fucking with me in here. So, Steven, that is a good point about the footage could be lost. It just seems strange that it wouldn't be... Let me put it this way. While the nuclear missiles... It's not me, I'm on... Nice. So, nuclear missiles, this is going to sound ridiculous, but we've manufactured so many nuclear missiles and we stockpiled them in so many places. So, and we've put them on vehicles and we've put them on fucking submarines. Like, I could see somebody being like, hey, bro, this one was en route to this location and we don't know where it's at. Which is still absurd. But that's government bureaucracy for you, I guess. But then, and I could understand also with tapes, too. I could see government bureaucracy losing, I could see anybody losing some tapes. But it just seems like because those tapes must have been so highly valued, it's not like you had a bunch of tapes spread out all over the place and you lost one or two. It's like they're all gone. So, okay. That's a good question. So, my take on this was it was more or less just to beat the Russians. Yeah, so Cody's got, that's my point. Is that it was just to show, it was, if So, like, I'm not saying it's fake. I'm just saying there's evidence. There's some strange things out there. And like, if things come that contradict me, like, totally, I'm not close to this. No, I don't believe the Earth is flat. But this is that's good. But so yeah, one of the things is obviously we were in a big contest with the Ruskies back in the day, the Russians. Yeah, it were around, all the water would fly off. Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right, Stephen. All the water would be gone, and we would be flying off too, right? We'd fall off the edge of the world. Fuck. Yeah. You don't need a spaceship, you can jump off the Yeah. So, and Soros. Who are you, man? Where are you from, bro? So, isn't Soros... So, Matt from Poland, you may know this. Soros, is he from Hungary? Or is he from... George Soros, I thought he was from Hungary. Maybe I'm wrong. And you might not know. But that's where I thought he was from. Yeah. Hey, man, how dare you? God damn it. Oh, yeah, excellent. Yeah, points for Taylor over here. Yeah, so... No problem, dude, no problem. But yeah, anyway, our fight with the Russians, I think, is really what might have pushed us. If we faked anything, if we did, which we faked some things, but I don't know if we faked the whole thing or not. I'm not saying we didn't go, just saying there's some weird shit going on, anomalies. Then I would think the reason would be to scare the Ruskies. You're doing good, man. You're doing good. So... Yeah, to carry on with it, I think more or less just to, well, okay. So I would think that the government has a vested interest to keep the, yes, exactly. Because, dude, you gotta rewrite a whole history of the United States. Not the whole history, but obviously a very important part. That we went to the moon, and like, basically you have to say, hey, our government lied so severely that everything that you saw was fucking fake. Dude, their explanation of the lost footage, from what I read a while back ago, was that they just moved to another place and they lost it. It was either that or like somebody taped over it. No, I think that's what it was. Somebody taped over the tapes. It's like we're in fucking the 90s, dude. We're in the I guess that's probably when it happened. Like, like when you were a kid and you recorded something on TV and then you taped over the Little Mermaid or some shit? That's what they fucking did. Let's see here. NASA, yeah, VHS. NASA records over moon footage. NASA recorded over moon landing. Yeah, so this is from Reuters, which is, fairly accurate here. It says the original recordings of the first human landing on the moon 40 years ago were erased and reused, but newly restored copies of the original look even better. So, so the original recordings, a full set of recordings is being cleaned up. Interesting. So maybe I'm wrong here. So it says NASA admitted in 2006 that no one could find... Listen to this, dude. In 2006, NASA admitted that no one could find the original video recording of the July 20th, 1969 moon landing. Since then, an engineer at the Goddard Space Center in Maryland who oversaw the television processing sites, blah, 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 has been looking for them. The good news is... Okay, get this shit, dude. It gets even better. It gets even better. Listen to this. The good news is he found where the tapes went. The bad news is they were part of a batch of 200,000 tapes that were degaussed and magnetically erased and reused to save money. What the fuck? I know, dude. Yeah, Reuters, I'm with you. I think Reuters is pretty solid. Sometimes they have some weird clickbaity headlines, but usually they're pretty solid. Yeah, people are focused on the wrong. So you tell me, Cody, what do you think we should focus on? I guess, yes, yeah, it is. It is incredible, isn't it? I only trust CNN. I know you're fucking with me, N. Soros. Nobody with N. Soros in the name is watching CNN, period. That's too funny. Yeah. Matt, that's right, dude. Yeah, so, yeah, dude, in Poland, you guys hear that a lot? Fake news? Shit, dude, it's pretty bad over here. Yeah, watch Cuomo. Yeah, Cuomo's a piece of shit. Yeah, but isn't that amazing that they just erased... Yeah, Fredo. They just erased the tapes. Yeah, that's right, man. That's right. Yeah, so Cuomo is a contributor on CNN. And somebody called him... Okay, guys, was it Fredo or was it Fredo or Fredo? What was the sound of the E? Oh, nice. So, Matt, you read Reuters, what other news sources do you read from the United States? See, you got some guys in here. We'll tell you our opinion on what's some fake news. So, I mean, there's a lot of fucking fake news out there. Oh, dude, that's prime time, baby, prime time. Rothschilds, Soros, Antifa, and Fredo. So, I'm not sure where you're getting at, and Soros. Okay, so, I must admit, I do not read the New York Times, and I only see the bad things about them. So, here in the U.S., we're kind of desensitized to either you're pro-New York Times or you're pretty much anti-New York Times here in the U.S. Some people that I follow and that I read and that I trust do actually think that there are some good articles in the New York Times, but they really have some really trash stuff in there too sometimes. Cody watches Comedy Central for all his news, except hopefully you don't watch the what's that dude from South Africa? He's a raging liberal. Yeah. I mean, not everything in the New York Times is bad. I think it just depends on what it is, what you're reading. Just sometimes they go overboard. They appease the mob. Yeah, over here we're dealing with some interesting stuff here. Yeah, the Facebook news. Yeah, dude, Facebook. Fuck Facebook, dude. Yeah. So, Cody, what are you talking about? The satire? The satire is real. Are you saying on Comedy Central you like it because it's so satirical? Oh, interesting. John Oliver, he's on HBO, isn't he? Yeah. Is John Oliver on Comedy Central or HBO? Yeah, okay, cool, HBO. I have not really seen any John Oliver. So, I will admit, okay. Oh, he's on YouTube. Do you have to pay to watch John Oliver on YouTube? Or do you have to just subscribe to something? Or are people just pulling the clips? Nice. So I'm wondering if that's legal. I don't know. So in Europe, and actually, here's the thing, dude. In the U.S., they sometimes they bring the fucking hammer down. Damn. Yeah, in the U.S., they bring the hammer down on copyright shit. So sometimes it's really hard to find content from those cable news outlets. Ooh, interesting. Official John Oliver channel. I'll check that out. So, I believe you. I'm just surprised. Last week tonight with John Oliver. Yeah. I'm just surprised that he would be... Now, in my opinion, that's a smart move. I don't know why anybody on cable news that has like their own big show like that would not be putting all their stuff on YouTube. You know, because you're just going to get so much more people, such a bigger audience. All right, dude. Adios. Cody's peacing out. He's going to go cook some fucking food. Master Chef over here. I'm telling you, Cody needs to start a YouTube channel about cooking. It would be so good. You know. Yeah, adios, Cody. I think he just left. But thank you for tuning in. So, now, I must confess. John Oliver, let's see here. Me and some of the other guys in here are... Oh, yeah, I see it. Last week tonight. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, they got some full-on shit going on in here, man. Wow. Wow. See, I feel like... Do you know who Bill Maher is? I feel as though I would expect... You know, Bill Maher... that's what he should do. Whenever I've looked up Bill Maher on YouTube, I can only find like small clips of his show. I can't find the whole thing. Now, here's the thing. I'm not like on that side of the spectrum, but I listen to the other opinions, and I also think sometimes they say some funny shit, right? Like Bill Maher, I don't agree with his politics, but sometimes he's funny. Also, sometimes, you know, we align on some similar issues, so it's interesting to watch that. But I feel like he would do good if he uploaded his shit to the YouTube. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I think it's good to be open-minded. Open-minded, but also somewhat firm. Yeah. See, what's interesting, Matt, is here in the U.S., and I'm not sure how it is in Poland. You guys are probably dealing with something similar. Is, you know, things are so polarized that it's almost being open-minded in the U.S. now. It's almost like you're giving up. It's strange, and it's really not. Like, you can be open-minded, but things are pushing in mostly. So in the U.S., maybe I'm biased, but things are mostly pushing left, like leftwards. So in the U.S., the left is, more democratic. Well, I don't know if I know what I'm talking about. But things are pushing more left here. So that would be, like in the United States, this is a strange thing. I think in Poland, you guys actually have talked about this. I know that some areas around the southeastern part of Europe have been dealing with this about immigration, right? Like we have a large inflow of immigration coming in. Ah, okay, but you guys have slightly different politics over there. So it's like more common for people to be known as leftists. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But at least the people that are pushing more far left over here, they don't want even reasonable border control. You know less about... Oh, really? Interesting. Shit, man. Wow. That's some interesting shit. So here in the U.S., damn. Interesting. Huh. I guess it's not very exciting in Poland. Yeah, so Steven is correct. The U.S. is like a circus right now. Now, actually, before I even get into anything that's necessarily like about immigration, Steven made a good point. That is, it is kind of like a circus here. And of course, Matt, you probably see that already. That's why it's so entertaining sometimes to watch. It's yeah, you got to be careful though. Yeah. Okay, I see. Interesting. Yeah. So yeah, for us, it's like we're kind of like the belly of the beast, you know. So that's all we see is our own shit. So one thing about the circus, which I agree with Steven, we are kind of like a circus down here. But the thing that is kind of cool is that that the circus is going on, but I feel as though sometimes the system is still in place. You know what I'm saying? Like, things are still working out to a degree. I don't know if you've heard, a lot of people really hate Donald Trump. And so they're like, oh, he's going to bring down the republic. He's going to destroy our democracy. You hear all this fear mongering. But our system has worked really, really well to block him from doing certain things in a very interesting way. Yeah, yeah. So I'm with you. The system works to a degree, though of course it definitely has. You know what, man? One thing about the U.S. system is during the Cold War with Russia, it really got out of control. Like during the Cold War with the Soviet Union, we really changed the dynamic of the country from allowing a lot more of the congressional action to do things like the Senate and the House of Representatives. They gave a lot of delegated power to the president. That's also one reason why the president is such a big deal. I think that it's still overblown to a degree, but yes, I heard about that. But okay, do you know what's going on with that? Let me see if I can look that up, because I heard that he wanted to buy Greenland, and it just made me laugh. But I didn't take it seriously. You know what I'm saying? Because Trump says crazy stuff all the time. Yeah. Okay, Steven, I heard that too. But I didn't... as somebody who, I like history, but I had never heard of this. I think he just tossed it out there. Yeah. Let's see. So, Trump wants to buy Greenland. Let's see here. What pops up? See if anything interesting pops up. So, Greenland... I know. Okay, so Steven, that's a good point. Greenland's not even for sale, bro. You know what's interesting? Is he probably brought that up as a distraction. You know? Now that I'm thinking about it. Because, yeah. Yeah. Why on earth would he bring that up when they're not even trying to sell themselves? You know? Fuck. So, the thing about Trump is he's really good at saying everything he says, the media talks about. So that's probably what he fucking did. Because if you notice, I don't know if have you guys heard anything about the Greenland stuff today? I haven't heard anything since the week turned over. So everything happened last week. I heard about it. And then this week I haven't heard shit. Which it's only Monday. But, the media's all over fucking Trump. So I would assume they'd be like, oh, he wants to enslave the people of Greenland. You know? Yeah. So now it came to a point that whatever he says, it seems like yet another abnormal thing. And the day goes by. Yes, I agree. Yeah. Okay, so, Steven, I'm with you on that. Man, look at those fucking hands, dude. Working on the grip, baby. See this fucking... Hey, thank you for the love, guys. Yeah, dude. Day grip, bruh. That's right. Oh, yeah, dat group. That's right, man. Fucking, you guys do farmer's carries, man? Oh, it's one of my favorite things to do at the gym. After, like, a heavy workout, farmer's carry, yeah. It's so basic, but so good. So good. Man, NPR's over here talking about waiter and luggage. Nice. So, okay, President Trump. This is from NPR. Not a fan of NPR, but they're decent at getting a story straight. I barely wake up. Yeah, dude. Way harder. Get to work on your core. Yeah. Fucking Steven's over here throwing luggage around the fucking room. That's what I'm talking about. President Trump on Sunday confirmed that his administration discussed buying Greenland from Denmark, comparing the idea to a large real estate deal. And suggesting the island would be strategic value for the United States. It's just something we've talked about, he said. Denmark essentially owns it. We're very good allies with Denmark. We've protected Denmark like we protect large portions of the world. So the concept came up. Oh, interesting. So, Trump could be doing it for a few reasons. He could be doing it to leverage money from Europeans about defense. He could be doing it to just talk shit and just change the news cycle. Fuck it. But yeah, Steven, I'm with you on that. I try not to pay too much attention. Nobody says that it's not a strategic place, but why do you even propose that now? Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I think the way Trump works is he likes to leverage. He likes to leverage deals. So a lot of times he threatens to not do stuff. Yeah, almost close to the end of his first term, but you forget. Here in the United States, he might be re-elected. So, and the Democratic field looks pretty weak. So it looks like he might... Hey, that's funny as shit. But I'll tell you what, dude. If you compare him to the other candidates, I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. I think that's a toss-up. Actually, I would prefer him to the other guys. Just because it's just... Dude, it's a shit show over here, man. The United States is such a shit show. I can't believe you even watch this. I can't believe you watch our news. It must be sickening. Oh, interesting. So you like Bernie. Yeah. I am not a big fan of Bernie. But I'd say he's better than... I would put him up towards the top of the Democratic contenders that if I was going to vote for... If I was going to vote Democratic, I would probably vote for Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah, he's pretty... The thing about Bernie is I think he's all rhetoric and no action. Yeah, that's right. You're right about that. Exactly. See, man, that's the thing is I grew up being able to talk to people about politics, and I know Steven did too, and you know what? But it's like now there's a new thing in the United States where you can't do that. It's like when you start disagreeing with somebody, like in the U.S., dude, there's a big thing that if you voted for Trump, there's like a bunch of people that like won't even talk to you. Like people lose friends because they voted for Trump. Yeah, I know, man. Fuck. Hey, we are the last bastion of sanity. We are the last bastion of sanity in this world. Right here. Right now. We're going to save the internet. All three of us. Oh man, that's funny as shit. That's funny as shit, man. Yeah, I don't have big muscles. I work out all the time, but they're not big. But I don't train for that. I don't know, Steven, maybe you understand as well. When I train to lift heavy weights, but I don't train to get big. But that's also because I do a lot of martial arts competition, so I have to keep my weight down. Yeah. Driving or diving? I know Steven's doing some diving. Oh, I'm just joking, Steven. My weight, okay, so right now, my weight is like 100 and... I know, Steven. My weight's like 150. Yeah, on like a low day, it's like 148. But I'm supposed to fight, when I do sparring competitions, I'm supposed to fight at 138. So I'm like 12 pounds over my fighting weight. So, and the thing is, I don't have a lot to lose. I don't have a lot of fat on me. So that's worrying me just a little bit. So I don't know my next competition, what I'm going to do. Or if I'm even going to, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to do it. Yeah. Dude, Matt, in the past, so Nick Hahn was in here a couple streams ago, and he asked if you were in Taekwondo. And that's what we do. But our Taekwondo is kind of close. It's closer to kickboxing, so it's like punches, kicks, all that good stuff. And it's really fun, but I've done it for a long time, and I've had to drop a lot of weight for years. For years, I've been having to watch my weight and like having to drop for tournaments and stuff. But man, I'm just getting tired of that now. You know, I'm like, I'm getting old, dude. I have a diet. I do have a diet, and I do modify it as it gets closer to the tournaments. Right now, though, I'm on the fad train. Yeah, I know, dude. I'm not old. I'm just fucking around. I just like to say that because I'm 27, so I mean I'm still not even in the prime probably of my physical fucking peak, but it's fun to talk shit when you get close to 30. So what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, my diet right now, man. I'm on the train. I do intermittent fasting, and I stay away from most carbs. So, oh yeah, dude, it's cool, huh? So I see you know about the Illuminati, huh? Yeah, this is actually a Taekwondo shirt from Austin. Kicking Austin, weird. Yeah, Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas is a fun city. If you ever come to the United States, you should go to Austin. It's fun. Good vibes. Good vibes. But they have a tournament there almost every year, and for the last like 20-something years, and I've been going to that. It's really fun. But yeah, dude, I've been doing that intermittent fasting. Do you guys do that shit? Where like you only eat within a small window of time? Here's what I've noticed with intermittent fasting. I like to do it because it's hard. It's difficult to do. Like you have to... I fast for like 16 hours a day. I don't eat. And then I'll eat a little bit and then I'll like work out and shit. Yeah, dude. Fuck, man. You know a lot of shit that goes on over here. Yeah, Texas, dude. So, I live in Houston. Yeah, so actually, I do strength training a lot. But I also do, of course, a lot of endurance. I do kind of do it all. But I don't do mass. I don't build for mass, but I build for strength, or live for strength. Yeah, dude, you do know a lot about the U.S. In Texas, 2 years ago, we're about to have the anniversary, actually. We had some horrific floods. There was a hurricane that came through. Steven, do you remember what that was called? I don't even remember what it was called. But we had a hurricane that came through, tropical storm, and it sat over my city. I lived... Harvey, that's right, Hurricane Harvey. So, me and Steven... Well, I live in Houston. I won't reveal where Steven lives. And where I live, there was... I was living in an apartment, and right next to it, the neighborhood was going underwater. But because of the way the drainage system was set up and everything... around where I live, my area was okay. But next to it was underwater. Over there was underwater across the street. And dude, we even still had power and internet. Oh my God. That's the best thing, dude. When you're in when you can't leave your house or your apartment, best to have internet and electricity. Yes, thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm glad I was all right too. Yeah, it was pretty crazy, man. It was pretty crazy, But the thing is, growing up here, where I live in Southeast Texas, in Houston, every so often it happens. Yes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so Steven's bringing up a good point. You could see, if you looked out certain places, you could see... Now... Yeah, there was a lot of places underwater. Where I lived, it kind of went down into an area that's really known for flooding, and it was bad. They had military helicopters, which, I guess National Guard. I was in my apartment gym, dude. In my apartment gym, okay, doing the bicycle, and I fucking hear this, how the helicopters sound? And I look over and I see these military helicopters, and they were airlifting people out of their homes just right across the street. But where I was, it was good. It's just so interesting how that goes down. Fucking crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. Well, Guys, you know what I wanted to talk about today? But I gotta go now. Because it's been an hour. But I wanted to talk about, when we were talking about AI and shit. Yeah, dude, that was crazy. I wanted to talk about sex robots. That's right, dude. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah, dude. My helicopter imitation. You mean this... Matt, you're telling me this was not good? I thought that was top notch, bro. I'm gonna go into voice acting school, bro. Fuck. That was funny. Okay, guys. Hey, man, I really appreciate you guys tuning in, man. It was fun. Maybe we'll talk about the... Yeah, I'll go to... That's right. Dude, yeah, I think I'm gonna apply. After this thing takes off, I'm gonna tell him. Zombie imitation. Dude, I'll tell you what, I thought we'd have some zombies after that fucking flood, bro. See some fucking zombies walking the streets. Well, guys, thank you very much, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and call it a night. I will be here tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And adios, guys. Peace.